Howdy, howdy. What's up there, soul brother? 85. Be right back. Be right back. What up, brother Gary? On Facebook, we are simulcasting on Facebook, of course on YouTube. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper of the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. Well, I'm back. There are those who wish that I would not be back. There are those who believe that I should take a rest and leave YouTube and social media and whatever. But in the meantime, those who spread fantasy and fiction and fairy tales and half-truths. They are allowed to continue to teach and influence the naive and try to convert them to fairy tales and fantasy. Is that a good thing? No, it's not. I was talking to a brother. Matter of fact, he calls himself a soul brother, but he really means soul brother, meaning he's spiritual. That is not what soul brother and sister meant. That might be the original intent, but I lived it. It had nothing. When we used to call ourselves soul brothers and sisters in the 60s and 70s, and perhaps going into the 80s, if soul brother and sister meant something spiritual, we would not so many of us would embrace it. Soul brother and sister represented us coming into ourselves, developing into our own unique man and woman. Your roots and your ancestry can be that of an African. Your roots and your ancestry, you can embrace being an Aboriginal. Your roots and ancestry, unfortunately for many of us, can also be European. Well, all that type of stuff is in your DNA, whether you acknowledge it or not. Even these bogus DNA tests tell you that you're not a pure nothing. You are an admixture, and actually a lot of people on this planet nowadays are an admixture. They're not a pure nothing. Ain't too much pure on the planet anymore. But these other people aren't my concern. I'm talking about the descendants of slaves born in America with melanated skin, who was once called colored, who was once called the so-called Negro. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us. I have no concern at this time, not that I don't care about other people, but I have no concern. Top priority is us, the once so-called Negro, the African Americans. And we used to call ourselves soul brothers and sisters. It did not come from the white man. It did not come from Africa. It did not come from Asia. It came from us because it's natural for you to turn or to find yourself. Just like you have a mother, just like you have a father, you're not them. You come into your own being. Your mother and father might like apples and you don't. You have to accept and embrace yourself. So don't come to me talk about, yeah, hey, you shame of being an African. You shame of being an Aboriginal. You shame to be whatever. It has nothing to do with shame. Whoever my ancestors are, that's who they are. But I am not them, like I am not my mother. I'm not my father. I'm my own individual. We have become our own individual, unique, brand new people. And you and I are blessed because we get to start from scratch. There is no blood on our hands. But we are bloody because we've been victims of oppression going on 500 years. We have never, unless guided by those who dominate us, we have not enslaved, we have not tortured, we have not committed no atrocity towards nobody on this planet. So when they said the Africans done this and the Africans enslaved white folks, I don't have nothing to do with that. My people, my ancestors live right here in America, and our history started with slavery. Slavery created us, this brand new, unique people, once called Negro, once called colored. Now, as we grow into ourselves, it might have been spiritual in its origin, but that word, that thing we call soul, actually soul means lively. We just a lively people. When they say that you got soul, you dance like you got life in you, you talk and you walk like you got swag in you. You're different from the other people on the earth. They say you got soul. That's what they start calling us. Soul brothers and sisters. You're different from everybody. Now in 2020, they want us to drop our uniqueness, drop our originality, and be some unspecified African, unspecified Native American or American Native, whatever you want to call it, some unspecified whatever, and copy somebody and plagiarize somebody and put on a costume that belongs to somebody else and pretend that you some African or Aboriginal. I don't want to be that. You want to put on a costume? That's your business. You want to impersonate and be a fake African or a fake Aboriginal? Because that's what you are, fake. Because that's not what you are. And the reality is, the majority of the population, the 40+ million in this country, so-called Negro, African American, they are not going to accept and embrace being an African or Aboriginal because they know your nature tell you that's not what you are. You make yourself believe you some African or some Native. Now, I want to say this. There are some very few who can actually say, well, my people come from Africa. That's good. My people are Native. That's good. Some people can say that. But we as a group, we as a people, we cannot say that. And according to the history, if you accept all of it, we are not Africans, we are not Aboriginal. We are exactly what Frederick Douglass said during his time. He said that we are an admixture people created by chattel slavery in this country. You don't even know if you biologically related to nobody because we were sold from plantation to plantation. Families was broken up, and then you had the breeding farms. And then we would go from a plantation, a little boy would go from a plantation and adopt a sister that is not his mother and call her mother. And as far as history is concerned, that's his mother. But his biological mother is lost in time because he was sold to another plantation. This is our history. This is the reality, whether you like it or not. You can be an African if you want to. Don't get me involved in your crap. Because while you trying to explain it, I don't have to explain trying to be an African. I don't have to try to explain being an Aboriginal. I'm going to be myself. I'm a soul man. There was a song by Sam and Dave. I'm a soul man. What they talking about? I'm a soul man. Because we come into our own selves, our own uniqueness, our own originality. People all over the world trying to copy you at the height of the soul invasion. All over the world want to be like you. And now you trying to be like them. And they still trying to copy you. Because we are different. We're unique. And in religious texts, we don't carry the sin that these others carry. So why would you want to be like them when they carry sin and you don't? We have actually went through the womb and been born again. We have the best of everybody. Since we got all types of different DNA in our blood, we carry the best and also the worst of a little bit of everybody. We are the rainbow people. Right after a storm, there's a rainbow. And they said there's a prize, there's a gift at the end of the rainbow. We are the rainbow people. We are the people of soul. I don't see why you want to be somebody else. I don't want to be them. I want to be and learn who I am. I define who I am. I develop my own culture. Matter of fact, that's where That's why you get soul food and soul music. That's your culture. You developing your own culture, doing your own thing. Like James Brown said, soul brother, the original soul brother #1. You getting up and do your own thing. Now you want to be a fake Arab and a fake Israelite and a fake whatever and put on these costumes. That's fine and dandy. Don't come here and I'm going to fight against you. I'm going to show the people that's not who you are. Be original. Do your own thing. If there is a God, then God should give me my own prophet, my own holy book. I don't want no book written by and translated by Europeans. I don't want no Quran from the Arabs. I got to translate from the Arabic. If this God really cared about you, God will send you your own, not no half white man, half black man, talking about I'm your savior. Bring me who I am, another soul brother and sister. We always got to go through other people. Some Arab got to teach us. Some African. I don't want to be taught by you suckers. If God really loved me, God give me my own, just like your parents. Your parents would give you your own shoes, your own boots, your own clothes. Good parents don't want to give their children hand-me-downs from older children. They want to give you your own. You getting a book from Europeans, the Bible. You getting a book from the Arabs, the Holy Quran. God, give me my own book. It's not too late. Why don't one of y'all go to sleep and God come in your head and reveal the book for soul brothers and sisters? God too cheap to give us our own book. And that's, you accept hand-me-downs. You accept leftovers. Well, you go ahead and do that. I don't like leftovers. I want my food fresh, right off the grill. You do that. That's not my topic. How you doing out there? How you doing there in YouTube land? What's up, Truth Patrol? And again, Soul Brother 85 in the chat room, and I saw Brother Gary on Facebook, and this broadcast is being simulcast on Facebook as well as YouTube. That's not my subject. I didn't even want to go that way. I didn't even want to talk about our identity. Truth Patrol says, what's a soul brother? Actually, somebody on Facebook found what a soul brother is supposed to be, or what it was, what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to mean. I don't know. I think they went to Wikipedia or somewhere. They found what it used to define. I will define. We will define. Those with original thought. Those who seek to be who you are. We will decide what it is. An African can't tell me who I am. An Aboriginal can't tell me. The white man can't tell me who I am. I will determine my destiny. I will determine who I am. I'm not going to allow nobody to label me. And I don't want to be you. I don't want to be no Muslim. I don't want to be no Israelite. I don't want to be no more. I don't want to be those things that somebody else dictates the label. I define the label because I'm the God here. I'm the God here. I don't need your help. Brother Christopher, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Brother Christopher is in the house. And that's where I really wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about our identity crisis. I don't have an identity crisis because I am identity. I make up my own identity, just like the other suckers that came before you. You think you have to belong to something that somebody else already created. You don't have to accept them. The same way they develop culture, the same way they come up with identity, you could do the same thing. Unless you dumb, unless you stupid. I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid. I'm the creator. I'm the intelligence. I don't need your leftovers and hand-me-downs. I'm soul brother number one. I'm a soul man, not an African or Aboriginal. That's not what I am. And if that's what I am, you need to be specific and prove it, and you can't. Soul brother and sister was accepted by the so-called Negro all over this country and around the world. I hear very few people, when you say, hey, what's up, soul brother? What's up, soul sister? I've never ran into nobody that didn't mind being called soul brother and sister. Now, you call them an African, or you an Israelite, or you Kemetic, they got problems. Or you a Christian, I'm not that. But seek a soul brother and sister is universal. It has nothing to do with all this other stuff, all this baggage that we carry. So we were soul brothers and sisters in the 60s, 70s, and in the early 80s. And nobody had a problem. So you had somebody like Jesse Jackson in ignorance present something called African American. And the Caucasian people, of course, they don't want you to come into your own. So they promote African American by Jesse Jackson, and we've been African Americans ever since. Now look, I didn't want to talk about this identity crisis. You be whatever you want to be. I'm not going to tell you if you want to be an Israelite or a Muslim or a fake Arab or a fake African. That's your business. I'm not mad at you. I'm still your brother. I'm not angry with you or nothing like that. But that's not what I am. And I'm not going to promote that slave narrative because that's not who we are. TRUTHropä says, but before that, we were soul brothers. I would like for TRUTHropä, because this really wasn't my topic. I don't know how I got off into it, but I have a video, easy to look up, how the white man created black people. How the white man created black people. I want you, it's about an hour long, but I simply break it down and explain. You cannot refute, you cannot debunk. We are not Africans, we're not Aboriginal. We are our own unique selves created by slavery. Just like the same way they produce new breeds of chicken, new breeds of hogs. Remember, our ancestors was animals. We was treated and done the same way they was. So the cracker, this peckerwood, breed some of us for the field, breed some of us for breeding, some of us for the house. The same way they done the animals, they done us. And he raped us. And all melanated people are not the same. So different tribes or whatever, we mixed all up, and then we was raped. And after hundreds of years, created a brand new hybrid people. I say genetically modified. And of course, people don't want to hear that. I ain't no genetic. Yes, we are genetically modified. Low technology, not like it is today. Genetically modified people. You might look like an African. You could look like a Native American. Some of us pass for white. Now you tell me what Africans or Aboriginal, when they breed, They make babies. They can pass for white folks or Africans or Aboriginal. None of them can do that. The only one who can do that is us because of how we was created. They cannot do that. We're not them. Another example, and I say this and get off this subject. The ancestor of the wolf, the ancestor of the dog is the wolf. But a dog is not a wolf. Some dogs look like wolves, but they're not. They're dogs. We can look like an African. We can look like an Aboriginal. We can look like anybody in our DNA pool, but we're not them. And as a people, we have no specific particular look. We're tall, we're short, we're light-skinned, we're dark-skinned, big noses, big lips, thin lips. We come all kinds of variety. Nobody on this planet is like us. I don't want to be them. I want to be like Skittles, the rainbow. So look, moving from that subject, again, it's easy to find my video, how the white man created black people. You watch that video. I don't need no charts. I don't need no charts. I don't need no diagrams. I'm going to force you to use your brain. I'm going to force you to think because you already know, but you don't involve the whole story. So when you watch this video, Truth or Troll, how the white man created black people, I'm going to break it down so simple. You can't say you don't understand. You cannot debunk, you cannot refute. It is what it is, like my brother T-Mont, Derek Grayson, who's running for state senate in Georgia. That's what he always said. Now look, why do people come in the chat and act like they don't understand anything? They want to make jokes or whatever. When I said rainbow, I did not say gays and lesbians. Rainbow just meaning different colors, different variety. I did not say nothing about being gay or lesbian or transgender or none of that crap. You know, people in their jokes, funny. See, that's your problem. The so-called nigger in America, they don't take nothing serious. So here you are, you don't want to take nothing serious. You're not ready for nothing. You're the lowest man on the totem pole. So if something really messed up in the world happened, you can be easily exterminated. You can easily be killed off. And the people, whatever, your car, your diamonds and your gold, whatever all that stuff that you got, these people gonna come in and just take your crap. Since you think everything is funny. Since you think everything is a joke. There's a reason why people are faceless on YouTube, because they want to present nonsense. And they don't want you to see the face behind the foolishness. Get serious. Grow up and be a man and woman for a change. Stop being a child. We want to talk about that too as we continue our conversation. I hope I can make it. I really don't feel good. As you know, I'm going through some problems here, medical problems. I hope that I can make it. Right now, I feel sort of hyped up. I want to try to get through this. I didn't really want to be here a long time. Speaking of my medical problem, I would like to thank all of you who have donated to my medical fundraiser, and it's doing real well. I'm happy with the donations. You are really helping me stay above water, and I really appreciate it. I had somebody tell me that in my last talk, I was bullying people to give to my fundraiser. First of all, I received emails and texts from people who said they want to help me with my medical expenses. I did not ask for help. They just saw your brother, you see what I'm going through, and they want to help their brother. I shouldn't have to ask. Why should I have to ask? So, out of all the well wishes that I was receiving, I said, well, let me just go ahead and set it up so those who want to help their brother, let me set it up. And so I put out a video, I put out the links. If you wish to help me during this crisis, because that's what it is, it's a crisis, and I'm not out of the woods, it's a day-by-day thing. Things can change. But if you want to donate, you want to help, then this is the links, this is how you can help. And I really appreciate, has nothing to do with bullying nobody. It's brothers and sisters who love their brother, they love the real truth, and they want to help a brother who has never, since 2007, I've never asked you for nothing. So, there's a sister, I don't know what her name is, and she sent $5. And I appreciate it. She said, I know it's a little, but I hope it helps. Of course it helps. Because your little $5 and another little $5, all that is gravy, all that is good. Even if it's 50 cents, it's all gravy, it's all good. And I thank you. I think if everything goes right, a month or maybe 2 months, maybe I should be back to where I need to be. You know, it's healing real slow, and I'm still hurting a little bit and sleepy and fatigued and whatever. But every time I come here and speak with us, you can tell I'm getting stronger and stronger, almost my normal, lovable self. I don't need to bully nobody. If I have to bully you to help me with my medical fund, that's truly pathetic. I shouldn't have to do that. Prior to my getting sick, prior to my own medical problem, many of you know I've given money to my audience. I've helped the last 3 years or so, I've given away out of my pocket almost $7,000 to strangers, to relatives, even my YouTube audience. There are people in my YouTube audience that can bear witness. I sent them a check and the check cashed. I never asked you for nothing. I gave you first. And now what's wrong with me because I'm suffering a medical crisis? What's wrong with me asking you for help? What's wrong with that? And I'm glad many of you have donated, and you are actually helping me stay above water. So far, Matter of fact, I just received another hospital bill today, $340-some. So that means I'm up to, my medical expense out of pocket so far is $1,800. And I'm not going to say how much I raised, but it's enough to keep me above water. My bills are paid, and I'm doing good. And again, if I can get back to work within the next 2 months, it's all great. So now, again, I applaud and I thank you so much for all those, because I know some of us want to help your brother and you can't. Hey, you are here. And that's all that matters. It's the thought that counts. And that's fine. I don't need to bully those who are my family. Now, those who aren't my family, that might be different. Why should I help that Negro? And you don't. So why are you saying I'm bullying people? People give to whom they want to give. You don't have to bully nobody. I'm not, if I was bullying my audience, I would say, well, if you don't give to my medical fund, I'm going to start making videos some kind of crap or whatever. I'm happy for whatever you can do to help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, with that said, let me make my quick commentary on the topic: religion, spirituality, and the death of Black Panther. I have to smile because of the subject. Well, actually, because of somebody I was talking to early this morning. I was talking to a brother. He made a video talking about the 8 or 10 ways that you know that you're in a haunted house. And he started breaking down. Well, you know you're in a haunted house, number 8. You know you're in a haunted house, number 7654. You're in a haunted house. Whew. The African American, the so-called Negro, we are some spooky, spooky people. And it's because of religion and spirituality. That's bred into us ever since slavery. I heard that the costumes of the Ku Klux Klan, when they used to go out and scare the slaves or the free brothers and sisters, they wore this white sheet because this white sheet in the dark, we was taught that's what ghosts look like. You know, this ghostly image, this white thing flying around or whatever. So these Klan members would put on these white sheets with the little holes, with the little slots so they could see out of them, but they be covered in this white sheet. In the dark, it looks like ghosts. And they know that would help put more fear into the people they was trying to terrorize, because they know that Black folks is spooky, very terrorizing. So, brother gonna tell me the ways that you know you are in a haunted house, and he's serious as a heart attack. I know he is. Y'all serious about these ghosts and these goblins. Oh, Halloween is around the corner. what is it, August, September? Oh, October is y'all month. October is your month. I mean, you're spooky 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But when Halloween, October come around, woo, we really get spooky. I told him, I said, brother man, there's no such thing as a haunted house. Let me tell you this. My uncle died in 1990. I slept in his room. He died in his room. I slept in the same room he died in. Not only did my uncle die in that room, he was decomposing in the hot. He died in the summertime. And he was decomposing, turning to, I don't want it. He was turning to liquid in that room. I slept in that room, had no problem in that room. Ain't no ghosts, ain't no haints. None of that stuff bothered me. I was not worried. I was worried about them Negroes going up and down the street shooting guns. That's who I was worried about. I was not worried about no ghosts and no goblins in my uncle's room, and he died in that room and decomposed. When I was a little boy, I used to play in the graveyard. No ghosts, no goblins bothered me. We played in the graveyard during the day. We played in the graveyard at night. Not one ghost, not nothing spooky happened to me. Man, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Ghosts and spirits is real. Yes, they're real. Because that's what you put in your mind. And it is real. I'm not going to tell you that what you feel is not real, but it's your imagination. I wish somebody would offer me $1 million to stay in a house, a haunted house. There's a reason for everything. You believe these things. You believe you can fly out your body. I've done it. I flew out my body and I flew around the neighborhood. I flew over my house. I've done it. They call it astral projection. I done it. That's not nothing new. So what? Nothing but a dream state. And some of y'all, some people claim not only do they fly out of their body, but they go into different dimensions and meet other spiritual beings and all this other nonsense. It is real, only in your mind. That's why nobody else can see it. That's why nobody else can experience. Just like my pain. I'm going through pain right now. But I'm going to keep going and just deal with the pain as much as I can. You can't feel it. You can't see it. But it is real. You can't experience it. It is real. Your imagination, because we grew up in spirituality and religion that teaches all this fictional fantasy fairy tale nonsense, and then we watch cartoons. We got rats that talk, dogs can talk, birds can talk. You watch all these fantasy tables and chairs can talk. Your mind is flooded with fantasy and fiction. And the ultimate fantasy and fiction is religion and spirituality. Well, brother, spirituality is different from religion. No, it's not. It's the same crap. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. It's the same thing. Matter of fact, I am told that Religion comes out of spirituality. It's the same stuff. Religion is the baby or the offspring. The only difference between religion and spirituality is religion is organized, and you convert others to this one idea, this one belief. Spirituality is the same crap, but you are an individual in your own delusional world. In religion, everybody shares the same delusional world. But in spirituality, you off into your own. You're doing your own thing. You spiritual. The same thing. You believe in spirits and spooks and hanks and ghosts and all this other stuff that the religious folks believe in. Same thing. I have people telling me that people die and they come back. When you die, you do not come back. Your body can go into a comatose condition to the point you might be declared dead, but clearly you're not dead. Now, once they take your brain out of your head and your organs, and somebody talk about, I came from the dead, hey, I got to accept that. But if you laying around and ain't nobody touch you, you still have your brain, you still have your heart, and all of a sudden you come out of this, you never was dead. You are still alive. And while you are in that condition, read about it. Do your research. Get the information. Read about these things. While you are in a comatose condition and your brain is still active, you begin to hallucinate and you start seeing things and doing, and a lot of stuff is influenced by your religious, spiritual conditioning. So, and also if you miss your mother, you will see your mother, you will see your deceased father. You might even see Elijah Muhammad. You might even meet Malcolm X. Who knows? You're not dead. Your brain is still functioning. And it's still sending you messages. You're not in another universe. There's nobody that has come from the dead that really died and told us nothing. My uncle and my pastor, they told me, if there's some kind of way I can communicate with you and let you know about the afterlife, I would do that. Two people, my uncle and the pastor, have never tried to communicate with me. Never. Somebody told me they saw their deceased grandmother. And I said, hey, Truth Patrol, where's that comment? Truth Patrol said I was ran over by a train and died, and I came back allegedly. Yeah, that reminds me when I was a child. Now, I cannot explain everything. This is something I cannot explain. But I was spooky as a child, and my sisters, my siblings, we were spooky as children. We live next to a highway, and there's trucks and cars going up and down the highway all the time. I was just waking up. This was daytime. I was awake. I was not asleep. I was just waking up, and I heard a truck getting really, really close. And this truck came through the wall and ran me over. I saw the axles, I seen the tires, and I tried, I covered my head. I didn't want to get ran over by the truck, and this truck ran me over. Now, a truck is rubber and steel, gas and oil. That's not a spirit. A truck does not have a spirit. So you explain to me how a truck came through a wall and ran me over. Now this is the kicker. My sisters, who was sleeping in the other room, knocked on my door and told me, before I could tell them a truck just ran me over, they told me, did you see that truck? It just ran us over. 3, it was me and 2 other siblings. 3 of us was ran over by this truck. I cannot explain. I cannot explain. There's many things that I cannot explain. This was not at night. We was not asleep. This was daylight. And all 3 of us was ran over by this truck. A truck has no soul. A truck is not alive. How did this truck run us over? But mind you, the thing that connects all of us is we were spooky. At that time, our minds was filled with all that ghosts and haints and spiritual garbage. Once I stopped believing in that stuff, I never seen no spiritual truck. I never seen no ghosts. I never seen no haints. None of that, because it's all in your mind. Because we was programmed, conditioned, and you believe in all this fantasy and nonsense. That's not a ghost, that's involved behind me. You got a ghost behind you. Now, so spooky. So we mourn the death of Chadwick Boseman. I believe that's his name, how you pronounce it. Chadwick Boseman. He's the soul brother that played and did a brilliant job. He played the Black Panther. I saw the movie on bootleg. I saw the movie way after it was out of the movie theater. I'm not paying to see that stuff. I'm not spending no money and keep these people rich. And see, that's another thing. All these blackity black folks, they giving them money to see the Black Panther. Why you can't wait for it to come on bootleg? Why are you so in a hurry? I want to send condolences to the family of that brother. He was only 43 years old. Brilliant actor. Now, I'm really shocked that these blackity black folks, hey, how you doing there, Phil? Now, I'm really wondering why these blackity black, pro-black, African, whatever they want. Now, to my knowledge, and from what I see, Chadwick Boseman, his wife looked like an Asian. Is his wife an Asian? Because you know we, soul brothers and sisters, you know we can look Asian also. We can carry those type of features also. But I think he's married to an Asian lady. She's very dark-skinned looking from what I saw. She could be a sister. I think she's an Asian though. But if she's an Asian, I wonder why these blackity black folks not making a big deal. Well, he didn't marry no black woman. He married an Asian lady. And they probably would give the Black Panther a pass, this brother, because he played a role that feed their delusions of Africa. And Africa has never been a Wakanda. They never flew around in spaceships. They don't have nothing like what's that metal, whatever it is? I forgot what it's called. They don't have nothing like that. Africa has never been like Wakanda. Wakanda is fictional, pure fantasy. The Black Panther was created by a Jewish man, Stan Lee. Why did Stan Lee create the Black Panther? Because he loved soul brothers and sisters? Because he wanted you to have a hero? No. Stan Lee created the Black Panther so he can get your money. Why did they make a Black Panther movie? So they can get your money. That's what it's all about. They don't care nothing about you having no hero. And these blackity black, Pan-African, all these black folks fell in love with the Black Panther. Billions and billions of dollars. All the money you gave away to the Black Panther. We could have easily took control of Mississippi. You could have schools all over the country. You could have all kinds of business, but you rather give your money to the white man for a fake ass hero that you had nothing to do with, somebody else created to get your money. I'm a comic book collector. I remember when the Black Panther first came out. The first, he debuted in the Fantastic Four. That was his first appearance, I believe. The Black Panther. Stan Lee don't know nothing about Africa. When they first put out the Black Panther, it was poorly written because they don't know nothing about no Africa. Now they study Africa, a lot of that stuff, and now it's more realistic. And that's what really gets you. And I heard people say, the Black Panther is so realistic. All these different tribes and yeah, wonderful role models, strong black folks, strong Africans. Problem is you ain't no damn African. That's good for Africans. The so-called Negro ain't African, going back to our earlier topic. You ain't no African. So how do Wakanda help you, Negro, living in America for 500 years? How does that help you? Because you think you some African. Africa is a continent. What people are you trying to be? You want to be a Wakandian or Somalian, Congolese, or whatever? What African are you trying to be? They trying to be all of them. When you look at the Black Panther movie, it's a mixture of all different kinds of African culture. That's not the reality of Africa. Everybody is separate. These people are in tribes doing their own thing. They're not mixed up together. This is a fact. Matter of fact, some of these African people don't even like each other. They've been fighting for generations and continue to hate and fight each other. You might want to be part of that mess. I don't want nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, Africa is conquered. The majority of those nations, the national language is not even an African language. It's Portuguese, it's English, it's French. I was watching a commercial about help the African babies over there, and a doctor was explaining something about this child, and I'm like, he sounds like he's speaking French. He was speaking French. To go to Africa, you might as well keep your happy ass here. They just as messed up. They was colonized for years. They believe in white Jesus. I got in an argument with some Africans. It was 3 of them. I forgot where they come from. They got angry at me because I did not believe in Jesus, and they was angry at me because they say Jesus is a white man. These Africans. Every time the Pope goes to Angola, thousands of them come out to see this guy. You might as well stay here. They are not what you think they are. So all over the country, the king is gone. The king is dead. This man that played a fictional character, he's not real. He's not real. You give the Black Panther a fictional character, you give him more props than people who are alive. That's real. You got the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you got Tariq Nasheed, you got Jesse Jackson, you still got Al Sharpton. You could probably put all of them together, and the money that you gave to them ain't nothing compared to what you gave to the Black Panther, a fictional, fake-ass character that never existed. But see, you used to doing that because you believe in God don't exist, Abraham don't exist, Prophet Muhammad don't exist. You love things that don't exist. Spooky ass. They don't want Angel Snuffing Up 7 to talk. They want me to die on the operating table. Now, some may say, if you don't believe in Islam, if you don't believe in Kemetic, if you don't believe in the Black Panther or whatever it is, why talk about it? Why acknowledge it? The people have the right to know. I wish there was somebody like me around. I would never have joined Farrakhan. Never. I would never have been a Christian or a Muslim if somebody like me was around. The people have the right to know so they don't get caught up in y'all spookism, y'all fantasy and fairy tales, your road to nowhere. So, I was laying up in a hospital for 2 weeks. Now, all these other suckers, they wasn't in a hospital for 2 weeks. Tell me what they done. What did they accomplish? I was laying on my back with all kinds of tubes and wires stuck to my body for 2 weeks. I couldn't even eat food for a week, for 7, 8, 9 days. I couldn't even eat food for 9 days, laying on my back. So I'm in the hospital for 2 weeks. You tell me, what did all these suckers, what did these gods and prophets and all this stuff, what did they do? They didn't do no more than I was doing, laying on my back with all kinds of wires stuck on my body, with a urine bag, with a tube down my throat. And you giving them money to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you satisfied with that. So, brothers and sisters, you deserve more. You deserve more. What do these ghosts and hates and gods, what do they do for you? Not a damn thing. Well, my God, your God ain't did a damn thing. You a liar. And that's all they do is lie to you every day and give you feel-good rhetoric. And you accept that. because our mind is filled up with all this religious, spiritual nonsense. I've never seen religion and spirituality win a war. I've never seen religion and spirituality liberate nobody. It keeps you a docile, comfortable slave, looking in the sky. I'm going to fly out my body, and I'm going to fly to planet X. Spooky as hell. And so while you being spooky, you got these other suckers training with guns, putting up food and water. That's what they're doing. Teaching their children self-defense. And you teaching your children how to twerk, smoke weed. You gonna get it, you gonna get it. You gonna pay for it, what you're doing. You should, whether you believe in God or not, if you believe in God, you should thank God. Matter of fact, I do have brothers and sisters who believe in God, and they see Angel 7 as a prophet, as a messenger, whether you like it or not. I'm not telling you nothing wrong. You need to get out of spookism. You need to get out of this belief. I'm not going to tell you to not believe, but you are allowing these things to keep you from doing what's necessary to get you, yourself, and your children and your grandchildren out of this condition once and for all. Spookism is not working for us. Look at Africa. All their gods, all their idols, all their religion and voodoo. Look at Africa. It did not help them at all. Your Jesus, your Islam, all this stuff is not helping you. You're still stuck. Matter of fact, you might be worse than our ancestors that was in physical chains, because they know what they was dealing with. You comfortable. You got your YouTube, you got Facebook, you got a decent job, you got gold and silver that you hoarding, that you hiding, you got a degree on the wall, you a comfortable ass slave. You more of a slave than our ancestors ever was. You make no attempt to run away from the plantation. No attempt. Okay, brother Christopher is letting us know that the wife of the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, is an African American. Okay. Now, when I saw her, she might be some kind of, some kind of Asian. She don't really have those type of features. Now, that's just me. But again, the African American soul brothers and sisters, we can look like almost anybody. And I know, and I've seen brothers and sisters that look like Asians. Maybe her mother is an Asian or father is an Asian. We don't know. Our soul brother Gary, his mother is Filipino. So we don't know. The African American, we can look like almost anybody. And that's what makes us unique. Nobody else can do what we do. They don't have our swag. They don't have our, here we are. Slave plantation. And our ancestors in the field singing. Some of them probably dancing a little bit in oppression. Look at you, getting shot down in the street, hungry, discriminated against. But you can go to the club and still sing and still dance and still get down, still boogie. You still do that. There's no oppressed people on this planet. That's a good and a bad thing. You will never see other people on the planet, when they're going through misery, be singing and dancing like that. But we do. We enjoying ourselves in our oppression. We complain, oh, the white man is the devil, and the white man's so evil. Yeah, but you right here, and you ain't trying to leave. You're not trying to change a damn thing. Because you are enjoying yourself, enjoy yourself with me, the old Jackson song. You enjoy yourself in this mess. And your religion and your spirituality help you because it comforts you. The late Malcolm X said, you got to get mad and stay mad. You're not mad. You're a little upset. And you make a Facebook post, but you're not angry. I read these Facebook posts and all this. I don't hear no anger. Because you're comfortable. You'll call the white man the devil and then go see the Black Panther. You go to your kitchen and have a good meal. What happened to all that anger? All that hate that you had? Because you're comfortable. I'm going to say this, and we're going to be Audi 5000. When I was locked up, I can bear witness that Malcolm X was right. When I was locked up, I had to stay angry 24 hours a day. Because if I did not stay angry, even though I was locked up, I would have got comfortable in my incarceration. And I was scared. I know. And I'm honest with myself. If I don't stay angry, I'm not going to fight the way I need to fight to get the hell out of here. And a lot of people start staying away from me. That's that angry guy. He always angry. He always tell me he want to get out of here. Yes, I do. I want out. Michael Jordan is playing on. I don't care about Michael Jordan. Look at that girl's booty. I don't care about her booty. I want to get out of here. I want out. I want out. And I got out. If I did not stay angry, I would not be talking to you right now. You're not angry. You pretend. Just like you pretend to be an African, you pretend to be a Native American, you pretend to be an Israelite and Kemetic, and all this other stuff you pretend. You pretend like you want to be free. You're a damn lie. You're not angry. That little protesting and stuff out there that you see, that's nothing if you was really angry. Donald Trump and these white folks in this country will really have problems if you was angry, and you're not angry. You're a bunch of comfortable Pharaoh slaves. Do you know what Pharaoh means? It means a domesticated animal, and then that domesticated animal is forced to do for itself. The slave master let it go free or whatever, and now the dog, the cat, the chicken, whatever, you got to do for yourself. But you was once a domesticated animal. And now this animal is trying to return back to being wild. Our problem is we never been wild. We was always domesticated from the very beginning. That's why you don't have anger. That's why you really don't get upset. You try to see a lot of people, they don't like Angel Snub Number 7 because I know you fake. I don't care how you huff and puff. I don't care how you try to pretend you angry. You know angel stepping up 7. Know that you're not real. You're not real. I know angry people when I see them. You're not angry people. You just want your masa to lay off a little bit. That's all. You have to stay angry, and you're not angry. If you was angry, my medical fund should be overflowing because you want me to live so I can help guide us into this battlefield that you got to fight. If you was angry, your money means nothing. I want freedom. That car means nothing. That house means nothing. I want freedom. You give me liberty or you give me death. One or the other. But you're not angry. So you don't want to lose your car. You hang on to your little money. You want to brag about your little degree on the wall. Your cars and the little things that you get from your slave master. This is the wrong place to be. You want to be a docile Negro and live in fantasy land, fairy tale land, then you need to go to Tariq Nasheed channel, Sanetta TV, the Nation of Islam, and all these other docile, comfortable ass, pro-black slave Negroes. That's where you need to go. That keep telling you these la-di-da fairy tale stories, and you ain't going nowhere. And like King Noble said, that's a fact. Woo! I am in pain. My woo is killing me. But I want to talk. I'm like Serena Williams. I got to play through the pain. You're not angry. I had to be angry. If I was not angry, I would not be talking to you right now. It took some time, but I got out. Using their law, using them. So, where's that comment about TRUTHropä? Where's TRUTHropä? So how do we fix the problem? The first thing you got to do, you got to be angry. And you're not angry. The second thing that you got to do is you need to support Operation Exodus Mississippi. That's the beginning. That's the foundation to take us where we really need to go. Nobody's plan, nobody's solution gonna beat that. Nobody. They want to take you to Wakanda. Wakanda's not real. They want to take you to Planet X and wherever. Go back to Africa. Africa don't want your ass. You have to learn and understand how to take the tools that your enemy give you and use those tools against your enemy. You don't know. You cannot fight this guy outright. You have to learn how to be smarter than he is. It's like playing chess. When he make this move, then you got to, when you play chess, not only are you moving, but you planning your next move while you making that actual move. Y'all don't know how to play chess? You don't know how to play checkers? Those are mind games. You keep telling me, brother, you need to read the book. What's that book? Something about war. The Art of War, whatever. Your enemy read the same damn book. But you can take that and put your spin on it so they won't recognize it. Because if you do exactly what the book, that's plagiarism. They recognize that. You don't know how to be smart. It's easier to wait on spaceships. It's easier to wait on God. It's easier to think about ghosts and goblins and spooky stuff. That's easier to do. Because somebody else do the work. You won't change, but you don't want to change. You cannot stay who you are if you want change. Permanent change. You got to change. New mind, new strategy, a new beginning, a new Genesis. And the scriptures say, and allow the former things to pass away. And you can't do it. You want to hold on to Islam. You want to hold on to Kemetic. You want to hold on to G. You want to hold on to all this stuff. Elijah Muhammad said, that the Islam that we have will not enter the hereafter. He's telling you, you got to be made new. You're not going into a new existence the way that you are. You got to, all the former things must pass away. It's like keeping on your dirty shoes, walking on a clean floor. There's nobody going to allow you to keep your dirty shoes on and walk across that clean floor. Peace forever to Brother Bakari. He says, for no one to be interested in Africa, a lot of people have moved there. And those countries welcome them there. Africa will welcome a few. You're talking about 40 million plus. Africa is not going to welcome 40 million plus black folks. Some of y'all smoke weed, you're drunk, you're dope addicts, you pedophiles, you murderers. You got all kinds of problems. Africa is not going to embrace you. You're not going to welcome you there. They're not going to do that. Yeah, they will take a few if you got some kind of sense. They're not going to, well, they're not going to embrace us in the condition that we're in right now. And also, we've been conditioned to believe that we're Africans and we just want to go there simply based on, I'm going back to my homeland. And that's good, fine. I'll see you later. That's not my homeland. I don't know nothing about the place, not interested. My ancestors was created right here in the United States of America. They was called Negro. They was called colored. They don't know nothing about no Africa. That's a conditioning of the mind, just like religion. You believe in Jesus. That's why you said you don't believe you're African, because it's a taught. It's taught. Let me give you another example of this African thing. I was born in Mississippi. If I moved to Ohio. I meet a lady in Ohio and have children. Is my wife a Mississippian? Are my children a Mississippian? No. When you go from one geographical place to another, you are no longer that. That's where you come from, but you're no longer that. When I moved to Ohio, I'm an Ohioan. I'm not a Mississippian no more. My children are not Mississippians. I don't care where my ancestors come from. I did not come from that geographical location. I am not that. What people are you talking about? What people are you talking about? They never say. you all Africans. And you want to know something? When they talk about Africans, they always choose the ones they think is doing well. They never say, if you're a short black American, how come you're not a pygmy? You're not a Twa person. You always an Egyptian. You always something. They always pick the Africans who they think is high level, who they can brag about, that got some kind of glorious history behind them. What about the Maasai people? They'll never claim to be Maasai or none of that kind of stuff. Fake ass, all of it is fake ass, feel good fairy tale ass rhetoric. I can't do it. Phil Fox says it's funny to these so-called pastors like Dr. Charles Stanley, Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, and so many others, but claim money is the root of all evil, but still yet asking for donations. Right. And nobody questions it. What do God need money for? God don't need any money. Peace and respect you too, Brother Bakari. I want to be me. I don't want to be them. Them is just messed up as I am. You go to Africa, they speak in English, they speak in French. They trying to live like Europeans because that's who been there for years. A lot of those African traditions and cultures is gone. They don't practice them no more. You might have to go out in the villages and stuff, and you don't want to go out there because you got to live bad. A lot of them are still living off the land. They're still living traditional, and you want YouTube, and you want Facebook, and you want to keep living like the Negropean that you are. Fake ass African. You don't want nothing to do with that. You want to go be with the Africans that's living as close to European as possible. Now you can put on a show in front of others. You don't fool me. I'm too old for that. Been there, done that. My brother J.T. Riley said, there's only two people in this world. Either you're real or you fake. So which one are you going to be? There is no in between. We don't keep it real here. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, whether you donate to my medical fund or not, because I have something to say. And I don't want other brothers and sisters to get caught up in all that stuff, illusion, delusion, crap that y'all trying to convert them to, these lies and half-truth, fairy tale delusions and cartoons. You putting a cartoon character that you didn't even create on a pedestal. So when this brother passes that played a fake-ass hero all over YouTube, all over Facebook, goodbye, king. He was a real king. His Majesty. He played a fake-ass king, a fake-ass prince. It's not real. He wasn't a king. And you're not a king. You like to use these titles. You a king of what? What nation are you a king of? You a pharaoh slave running around here comfortable with the privileges, not freedom, the privileges that your master allow you to have. I can't do it no more. And I will warn and I will challenge these beliefs. I will challenge these delusions and these cartoons. Because the people don't need this stuff. It's stopping you, it's stopping us from progressing because your mind is in la la land, like Stevie Wonder said, in the land of la la. you're going to actually praise and worship a cartoon-ass character. The man played other roles. He played Jackie Robinson. He played Thurgood Marshall, I believe. The man was an actor. He played other roles, but the only thing you're interested in is the Black Panther, because it feeds your Pan-African blackity black delusions of what you want Africa to be. It never was and it never will be that. Never. It's fiction, my friend. I even saw people talk about Wakanda is real. I am going to do my best to warn the masses. Don't get involved in that stuff. Reject religion. Reject spirituality. Reject this so-called black scholarship conscious garbage. Reject all of it. It's a road to nowhere. Where has it taken? Where? Don't get angry at me. Where has it gotten you so far? What, like Janet Jackson said, what has it done for you lately? I was laying up 2 weeks in the hospital. What did it do for you? All this stuff, all these teachings and debates and all this stuff. Somebody want to debate me about the flat earth. I don't care if the earth is flat or round or whatever the hell the earth's supposed to be. Whether the earth is flat or round, they still will shoot you in your back 7 times, handcuff your ass to a bed in the hospital. Whether the earth is flat or round, your mind, your priorities is all messed up. So I asked the brother, he wanted to debate about the flat earth. I said, I also want to talk about Operation Exodus, Mississippi. Ain't heard from the man since, but he want to talk about the flat earth. It's very simple to prove the flat earth. Show a real picture. They don't never show a real picture of their flat earth. Not one real picture, not one. They want to take out all these diagrams and the scientific rules and laws of physics and all this garbage. Just show us a picture of your flat earth. Somebody should be falling off this flat earth. It don't even make any sense. All the planets, the sun, everything that we see out here in the universe, all the planets is round. But for some reason, the earth flat. God forgot to blow it up, I guess. It's still flat. So if it's flat, that means we should be falling off the edge. Nobody is reporting that they're falling off the edge. Our priorities is all messed up. You're not serious about your liberation. You're not serious about being free. So whatever happened to your happy ass, you deserve it. I hope I am dead and gone, because it's going to be messed up to watch you scream and watch you holler. You're going to be calling for your gods. And at last, it will be proven that your gods and your spaceship and your ghost ain't real, while they throwing your happy ass down in a pit. Because you're on the bottom. We're on the bottom with no power, no influence. You want the white man to die. So what if they went extinct? Whoever is the strongest, whoever is second strongest, they're going to take over. It will not be you. And they might be worse than the white man. But this is how you live in fantasy, and you don't think worth a damn. You need dead people. I always quote Elijah Muhammad said this, and Malcolm and Marcus Garvey. Those people dead. They dead. They can't help you. Harriet Tubman is dead. Frederick Douglass is dead. They cannot help us. The Bible's a piece of paper. The Holy Quran's a piece of paper. It might could help you if you really understood, but you don't. It cannot help you. It has yet to help you. You happy because you get a little something. You're still a comfortable slave. You're on the bottom. All your Qurans, all your gods, everything that you got, you're on the bottom. You vote and you march and you protest and you're on the bottom. And you're going to stay there until you do what's appropriate in order to raise yourself up to the top. And you don't want to do that because you're comfortable being on the bottom. You're a bottom feeder like a catfish. You're a bottom feeder. Don't get angry at me. That's where you are. I didn't put you there. But you don't want somebody to remind you, because in your delusional ass mind, you are God and you are king. You are a damn lie. You are a bottom feeder. You are a catfish eating on the bottom of the lake, getting the scraps, eating the dead carcasses of others. You can't catch your own food. You got to wait for something to die so that you can live and eat rotten flesh, because that's what catfish and other scavengers do. You're a damn scavenger. And you use all these religions and spirituality, these black conscious lying ass things. I'm a king and a goddess. I'm a black man. I'm the original man. You don't do nothing original. What do you do original? Talk black to me, like Eric Muhammad would say. What do you do original? Not a damn thing. All thing you do is plagiarize and regurgitate. Regurgitate from the Quran, regurgitate from the Bible, plagiarize what Malcolm said, plagiarize what Marcus Garvey said. That's all you ever do. Ain't original. You don't have an original bone in your body. You are African. Ain't nothing original about that. You are Aboriginal. Ain't nothing original about that. Slave teaching, slave mind. That's all you are, a damn slave. And you want me to be a slave like you? I be no. I have grown beyond that. I want out of the cage. I'm angry. I'm hungry. I want out. And you want to stay in because you waiting on God and ghosts and spirits and spooks and Prince T'Challa to come save you. You gonna get what's coming to you. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. And if your children and your grandchildren, if they survive, I'm telling them, do not honor these ancestors, this generation. They failed you. They could have done better, but they refused to do it. Destroy them out of your history. People born in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, maybe some of the 90s. Destroy that generation. Don't think about them damn losers, because they put you in a pitiful position that you're in. We should be the greatest generation ever produced. But right now, our actions show we are the most pathetic pieces of trash losers ever produced by the soul brother black nation, however you want to call it. Oh man, I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. I just got to keep it real. I just got to keep it real. We don't do delusions and fairy tales. You ain't no damn king. You ain't no queen and all this other nonsense and blah, blah, blah. You're not an original man. The original man was pure. You're not pure. You cannot be no damn original man. You mixed up with all kinds of stuff. But you know something? And I'm going to say this and get out of here. There are women, they like for their man to lie to them. Oh, baby, you fine, and this and that and that. They know that this man is lying, but his words make them feel good. And they really fall in love with this guy simply because he says what she wants to hear and not the truth. There are women who know their man is lying to them, but they still love him. And that's the way the so-called Negro is. You love lies because it makes you feel good. You don't want to hear the truth about nothing. And you love those who tell you that lie. I love the Honorable Minister, and you do. Because he's a liar. He don't tell you the truth. He's not being real. You love Taalik, and you do. Because he's a liar. Delusional. Sonetta TV, Young Pharaoh, and the list goes on and on. You love those who lie. But at the same time, you talk about you looking for the truth. No, you're not. Because the reality is truth hurts. And you don't want to hurt no more. Calgon, take me away. You don't want to hurt no more. So they don't want to come. They don't listen to Angel Snuff themselves because I don't want to hurt no more. Give me my fantasy. Why you think people do drugs? Because they want to escape it all. Give me my weed. Give me my crack. Give me my meth. This world, it's a hurtful thing. I want to escape. So Minister Farrakhan helped you escape. Taalik Nasheed, Young Pharaoh, and the list goes on and on. They help you escape. But see, the thing about reality is, sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to become sober. Sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with it. And when you become a drug addict, you got to have more and more. You got to have more and more of your fix. You can't wait to hear Minister Farrakhan speak. You can't wait for the next Taalik Nasheed video. You get hooked. You keep flying through your Bible and Quran because you need something to help you escape reality. You're doing yourself a disservice because instead of trying to escape reality, you have the power to change reality. It don't have to be this way. Dr. King said, evil exists because good people do nothing. And that's our problem. You're good, but you do nothing. That's the problem. And on that note, let me get out of here. You just don't know how much I'm hurting here. But I made it. I made it. So I thank you again for your donations. I really appreciate it. Your donations is really helping me stay above water. If I can keep this going for the next 2 months or so, I should be A-okay, and hopefully my health will be improving. That's not a guarantee, because these things, you can be doing well and all of a sudden take a turn for the worse. That's just the reality of things. Hey, Truth Patrol, Soul Brother 85, Brother Chris, Brother Gary, and others in Facebook. I appreciate you hanging with me and being here. I don't know when we're going to be able to talk again. I just wanted to speak with us and show my face and let you know that I am improving. I'm doing better. And it seems as though I'm almost up to strength, but really I'm not. You just don't know. I'm hurting here. And I really need to go ahead and lay down, get me something to eat, and lay down and try to get me a nap. But I wanted to talk with us because I want to. Hey, Malik, how you doing? Hey, Malik, me, myself, and Malik have a love-hate relationship. He's a very good brother, Israelite brother. That's my Israelite soul brother. See, that's the way we do it. Some of y'all are my spiritual soul brothers, my Kemetic soul brothers, my Nation of Islam soul brothers. Don't let a difference of opinion break us up from being family. That's another reason why I don't like religion and spirituality, because it breaks people up. It's very divisive. We should not allow that to destroy our unity, because without unity, nothing is ever going to happen. I don't care how popular Minister Farrakhan is, or Taalik, or Young Pharaoh, whoever. I don't care. I don't care how popular the NAACP, the NAACP is, or whatever. Unless we have unity, nothing is going to change. You can do what's best for you as an individual, but as a people, without unity, nothing is going to change. So if we want to change, then we have to unify. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But you have to have enough sense to know, without you, without me, nothing's going to change. On that note, let me get out of here. And thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe. Also, don't forget to support our sister Noble. Her book is called God is on Trial. Get her book when you get a chance. Again, I thank you for your donations. I thank you for your help. Much appreciated. I do love us. I don't mean to cause any trouble. I don't mean to cause people to hate me or whatever. But we have to spit the truth. We have to keep it real. And again, on that note, all the 5,000, as Don Cornelius used to always say, in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. We out.